Support The Wandering Wind on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link in the description. Hello and welcome back to The Wandering Wind. I'm your host Gregory, and today I'm going to be talking about something that is very important to me, and that's going to be bariatric surgery. Coming up after the break.
Yeah, I confess, Father, I confess, 'cause I've been living wrong.
Hey guys, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so you can see all my new videos. Also, don't forget to follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook accounts where I post every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. So I want to talk about something that I've been considering for probably about 6 months now, but have only just, today or so, really committed to trying to follow through with, and that's bariatric surgery, the procedure that allows someone like me, a really big guy that has tried basically everything else and hasn't been able to lose an ounce of weight. This surgery basically allows that to actually happen. It's not a fix-all, it's not a catch-all. There is still work you have to do for it. I mean, I can't just have the surgery and then be good for life even if I eat everything I want. Because if I do that, I'm just going to be just as big as I am now. Just, it'll take me a bit longer to get back there after I've lost weight. The procedures that have been developed, there are two of them that I know of. The Roux-en-Y, or what's commonly known as the gastric bypass, which is what a lot of people have gotten. My friend Mark, who is currently in the process of qualifying for surgery, all of his families had the Roux-en-Y, and up until recently he was really wanting the bypass, but now he's probably leaning more towards the second surgery, which is the gastric sleeve. Now, the major difference between these two is how the procedure is done and how the stomach is modified. In the Roux-en-Y, basically, they separate all but a tiny chunk or a tiny pocket of the stomach from the rest of the stomach and also the beginning of the intestine. Then they go down the intestine for a ways and slice off the top portion, bring the end of the bottom portion up, sew it into the pocket of stomach that they left, and that's your new digestive system. The main problems with this surgery are twofold. One, you have significantly less absorption of key nutrients and vitamins as well as other stuff because of the fact that that length of intestine is left detached and can no longer function as anything. In fact, I believe it either dissolves back into the body or it just sits there for the rest of your life. And two, since you're basically grafting the lower part of the intestine onto the stomach, there isn't the flap that keeps the food in your stomach from getting flushed into your intestine if you eat and then take a drink. So for the rest of your life, you have to be careful to wait at least 30 minutes after you've eaten before you take a drink, or else what's in your stomach is going to get flushed into your intestines and it's going to spike your blood sugar to the point to where you feel awful, and this is known as dumping, or, yeah, I think it's dumping. The second procedure, the sleeve, is a bit less problematic for people that don't want to have to be on supplements the rest of their lives and like to have a bit of liquid with their food instead of after their food, like me. One of the main things that this does that is common between the two is just it makes the stomach smaller and it makes it easier to manage relatively normal portion sizes. I mean, you're going from like a plateful or two to maybe half of a normal portion size. Maybe. But you have to retrain your brain, your behavior, and your stomach before you had the surgery. Either way, because you have to be able to have, you have to be able to meet daily intake of water and daily intake of food goals. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to survive. But the main reason why a lot of people look down on these surgeries is they're looked at as a cheat, as a shortcut to health. And to be honest, for years, I thought the same thing until I started getting big and started realizing just how big I am and how much of an issue it is for me to try and lose weight the quote-unquote normal way. Now, I've been big for the better part of 16 years, to be honest. The better part of my life, to be honest. I mean, I'm only 26, and 16 years of that only leaves about 10 years that I was actually somewhat normally sized. Although, for the first 8 or 9 years of my life, I was smaller than most of the kids my age, but that's another story. These past 6 years of my life have been some of the worst as far as my health, because I can't do anything on my own. I can't do anything worth doing anymore. I mean, I used to walk in town just for the hell of it, to go to the library and read books or get online and watch YouTube videos or whatever, back when YouTube was relatively new to me. Back in the day and age when, you know, everything with that was relatively wow. And then I became so big that I can barely walk up the 14 steps between the first and second floors of my apartment before I get winded and have to take about 15 minutes just to catch my breath. And having a coughing fit, it takes me about an hour to get my pulse rate back down to a normal level. These are not normal things. These are not healthy things. So for a guy like me that has struggled so much with my weight, I feel that this is the last resort, but it's the only one that'll work at this point. So, next year, in January, I'm going to start by taking the orientation down at OSU Hospital and starting the process of qualifying for bariatric surgery. It's going to be a lot of work. No mistake. This is not an easy route. It's just the most plausible route for me to finally regain some health in my life. Regain a modicum of actual mobility and strength in my body and in my mind and everything else. And to be honest, the qualification testing is probably going to be the worst bit about it, because I'm going to have to go through physical testing, psychological testing, medical testing, you know, the works. And they're going to see, oh, well, you had this wrong, and this wrong, and this wrong, and this wrong. And, well, you could be doing this. Yeah, I've tried. You could be doing this. It's already been done. I mean, I've tried crash diets. I've tried liquid diets. I've tried ketogenic diets and other diets that have all failed because my willpower just isn't there. And to be honest, it's not about willpower. It's about being able to balance. And there is no balance in my body anymore. So, if you guys think that this is the cheater's way, then so be it. But I feel like this is the only answer left. And to be honest, look at some of these success stories that we've seen in the last couple of years. Well, look at the one success story we've seen in the last 6 or 7 months. Stephen Williams, a.k.a. Boogie2988, a.k.a. Francis. He's a success story. He's what I want to be. He's the kind of guy that I want to be. I want to be the guy that goes around and inspires people. Goes around and says, I used to be fat. I used to be sick. I used to be pretty much 90% dead, and now I'm alive again. I used to be unhealthy, and now I'm the healthiest I've ever been. I want to do that. I want to be the kind of person that I can be proud of. Because, Boogie, if you're watching this, I am so proud of you. I'm so proud. You have done something amazing. You have shown me time and again that you are so strong. So strong, so kind. I don't see how people would say that you're a bad influence, or that people would say that you're nothing more than someone who's fat, because I know there are those people. I see a beautiful person. I see someone who is alive and well and doing everything he can to live every day to the fullest. And you're going to be around a hell of a lot longer now. You're going to be around for years that would have been lost to you had you not been brave enough and strong enough to go through this. I just hope that I can have half of your strength, half of your bravery, just for this year coming up, just for this process that I'm going to be going through. To be honest, I'm scared. I'm scared this is going to end up like every other thing I've ever tried. The diets, the exercise plans, the gym membership that I gave up because we couldn't afford it anymore, and I barely used it anyway when we had it. The long nights spent awake and periodically going down to the kitchen to get more food. I would eat in the middle of the night. The worst possible time to eat. I would get up and go downstairs and get something to eat. And I wouldn't just get something small, no. I'd have a goddamn meal. I would have a meal in the middle of the night and then go to bed. And you know where all that food goes when you eat all of that and then go right to bed? It goes straight into your fat resources. It goes straight into your fat reserves. And you know what happens then? You get unhealthy you get more and more unhealthy as time goes by. You'd think after the first night and after learning that I would stop. But no. No, 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 no. And when it comes to eating during the day, Mom makes dinner. If she doesn't just make enough for 2 people, I will eat. And I will eat. And eat. And eat. And eat. She's had 2 normal helpings out of dinner. I've had at least 8 normal size helpings out of dinner. I've eaten the total of 8 normal people's sizes food. That could have been 8 people that we invited over. But no, Gregory had to have it all. I don't understand why I keep doing this, but I need something to control me. And if it means having a surgery, getting my stomach modified to do this the right way, I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes. And I'm sorry that some of you will think that I'm weak, that I'm the lowest form of human being, but I'm just trying to take care of myself before it's too late, before even surgery won't save me. Because, to be honest, it's a very real possibility that if I don't get something done soon, I could die before I get to be 30. I could die before I'm even considered to be a well-lived kind of person. I mean, I know a life well-lived isn't always a life that's long, but still, I don't want to go. If I can stay, I want to. If I can live longer, I want to. If I can show people that even a guy like me, even a major screw-up like me, can get healthy, can get... If even a major screw-up like me can turn out to be a success, I'd be so happy. I'd be so happy. I would kill. I'd do anything to finally see that happen in my life. Because ever since I was small, I was told by my father, you're worthless. You're never going to amount to anything. You're nothing but a failure. And I believed it. And I still believe it in my heart because I can't let it go. And I have to. I know I have to. I know I have to. I just want, for once in my life, I want to be able to do this. And do it right. I want to be able to do this and make a difference in my own life. And possibly in the lives of others. I want to be an inspiration to myself years from now. I want to look back at this moment when I said, I'm going to do everything I can. This moment when I said, I'm tired of being sick and fat and nearly dead and unable to do the things I'd love to do. Like VidCon. Oh, sure, I could have the tickets. I could have the money. I could take a trip. But would I really be able to enjoy the experience? No, because here's why. After a quarter of a block of walking, I'm exhausted. That wouldn't be good going to a convention. Especially not as big as the one in Anaheim. I need to get healthier first. So please, please help me. Please just give me strength. Encourage me every once in a while. Even if it's not related to the video in question, just leave a comment saying that you can do it. Or that, I don't know, let me know what you think of me. Tell me that I look bigger and that I need to eat less. Or tell me that I'm that I'm a screw up and that I need to reevaluate what I'm doing, or tell me that, you know, today you look a bit thinner. What have you been doing that's been better for you, or something? Call it to my attention. Keep it in the front of my mind, because I need help. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you don't want to watch any more of my videos, or if you I don't know. If you are disappointed in me, I'm sorry, but I need something. I need some way to finally win against this. And I feel this is the only way. So thanks for watching. And I hope you guys have a good day. I love you, and I'll see you guys again soon. Goodbye.